2023 Election Review. Nigeria, the land of eagles, where everyone is a lion. The next election cycle is picking up. And this is a good time to look at the major players of the 2023 election. We are looking at the mistakes that were made by Peter Obi, Abubakar Atiku, and Bola Tinubu in the last election cycle, on their campaign strategy and the grave errors that cost them a lot. Do not get this wrong, all of them lost something in the 2023 campaign, even the one that won the election. So, stay tuned as we bring up these three iconic characters and lay bare the faults within their platforms. Welcome to Platform Reviews. Peter Obi.
Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, says the state will support only the aspirants who are judged to have the interests of the country at heart and the capacity to transform it. The governor made this clear when he received the former governor of Anambra State and the presidential aspirants on the platform of the PDP at the State Government House, Benin City. Paul Izenwa reports on this.
In preparation to the forthcoming presidential primary election,
it has been a while since someone, by dint of their personality, transcended beyond his tribe as well as the boundaries of classism to capture the minds and hearts of the populace. But we are here to lay bare the grave mistakes of Peter Obi. 1. Church campaigns, wither mosques. One of his most successful campaign strategies were his convention church visits. It was so successful that it failed. Why? He did not extend these visits to mosques. Think about this. In the South he was seen at almost any and every convention. What happened to the Muslim society gatherings? Why did he not make the same lauded visits? Whatever the reasons why it never happened or lauded as that of churches, this became his single most devastating failure. Not really. He successfully managed to do worse, just keep watching to find out. The optics of looking like an only Christian constituency is never good in a place like Nigeria. This is why even Tinubu's controversial endorsement by a plethora of clergies who most alleged looked like hired thugs in unironed robes, underscored the importance of showing a balanced approach in your Christian-Muslim political strategy. Peter Obi's was dismal. 2. Terrible Northern Grassroots Strategy 1. How many visible meetings with the fathers of the North took place? How many of such meetings were projected to the populace? He failed to tap into the tacit endorsement gold mine. And what is this tacit endorsement? Pay that visit to that traditional ruler, and even political bigwig, then push the fact and visuals of those visits to the grassroots, the northern grassroots. The optics of standing or sitting side by side presents a tacit endorsement. The populace wants to read between the lines. That political father or influencer does not have to publicly endorse you, and you do not have to be crass enough to say you even have a secret endorsement from that person. What is left is for your team to spin that visit. The public will have it whispered in their ears that he has gotten an endorsement. There is a way this game is played, in a country where someone can be saying ABC, and everybody knows he means DEF. This is a nuance the Peter Obi campaign failed to take advantage of. 3. Terrible Northern Grassroots Strategy 2. It is not about the Southerners in the North. It is about the Northerners in the North. What was the play to reach them directly? The optics of Southerners living in the North, gathering to welcome Peter Obi campaigning in the North is terribly destructive as far as reaching the Northerners living in the North. What that optics says to them is he came to see his people. He did not come to see us. This optics is downright offensive, especially when the opposition capitalizes on this and frames such campaigns as just that. He is not really here for the Northerners but only came to town to visit his own people. 4. Bad, very bad, elitist strategy.
The Labour Party presidential candidate arrives at the Alaba International Market in Lagos to solicit for the support of traders ahead of the presidential election.
Man of the people, man of the people. Well, what do you have for the elites? What are your promises to them? What are their assurances that you are not here to steal, kill and destroy them, as far as they are concerned? Or did never occur to you that if the elites have your back, you are guaranteed to take that seat of power? If you think this is a lie, please answer this simple question. Was it the grassroots or the elites that scuttled Obasanjo's third-term gambit? Even with Peter Obi's piss-poor northern grassroots strategy, this bad elitist campaign strategy had the single most devastating effect on his presidential campaign and aspirations. In fact, he had no elitist strategy, which is all they needed to understand that this man was not for them. You must have something for everyone because it is the whole country you want to rule. And by having something for everyone, we mean for and not against. What was your messaging for the wealthy that assured them that they will keep growing in wealth under your watch? Peter Obi failed terribly in this. His messaging to this critical demographic was non-existent. 5. Terrible technical campaign team. We need to pause and say this. Looking at everything we have already highlighted, it is as clear as daylight that Peter Obi had a terrible technical campaign team. We are talking about the real experts and strategists behind the known faces. The political campaign architects that draw up the actual plans and present them to the big wigs that sits at the campaign committee table. The people who go unseen but develop the actual scripts that the known faces swear by. These are the people that will weigh your strengths and weaknesses, measure the pulse of the society and every demography, and go right ahead to develop the messaging to every one of them. Where was his technical team? It looks more like they never really existed in the first place. In summary, Peter Obi's 2023 campaign was a failure because he overlooked the obvious as well as lost sight of the nuanced. And if the landscape has changed, it is mostly in the area of the nuanced. This is something he has to take on with both hands. Is he going to do this, or has he started on the path of repeating the very things that cost him the presidency? Time is already telling.